Good afternoon. I'm Saad Al-Aziz, owner and head instructor of Semper Fortis Jiu Jitsu here in San Antonio, Texas, and going to tackle this week's question of the week. So this week's question of the week comes from Greg, who is a 58-year-old blue belt that trains with me. And Greg is an inspiration to us all because he comes out, he trains really hard, he gives it his best, and he's always got a great attitude, and he's just a gung-ho guy, and just inspirational. So Greg's question this week was, how many times should he be rolling, aka sparring, during the week? You know, he's been shooting for 10 rolls, but should he do more or less? And my answer is, listen to your body, because at 58 years old, Greg is winning just by stepping on the mats training. Like, he's winning in life. He's in phenomenal shape. He's in phenomenal shape for a guy that's in his 30s. You know, at 58, like, he inspires us all. And I'm 54, and I hope to be as in good a shape as Greg is at 58. Because one of the things is what people don't realize about aging athletically is that, you know, like, the difference between a 20-year-old and a 30-year-old isn't that significant. You know, that person is still, you know, in their prime. The difference between a 30-year-old and a 40-year-old is pretty significant. The difference between a 40-year-old and a 50-year-old, you start aging in dog years. It's like every year is almost like 7, you know, and the difference, like, I'm 54, the difference between a 54 and a 58-year-old is extreme. Like, father time takes its toll on you. And, you know, like, I remember I did an older guy video one time, and, you know, somebody piped up, oh, well, you know, because I was like, I'm 54, and at 54, you're not winning world championships, competing at the highest level in almost any strenuous athletic activity. And, you know, somebody piped up. It's like, oh, well, you know, Tom Brady might have something to say about that. No, he won't. You know, Tom Brady is 44. He may be turning 45. He will not be competing in the NFL in his 50s. He will not be. Like, just, it's almost like I said, it's like dog years. You just start, you know, every year it's much more dramatic decline in, you know, your physical abilities. So what Greg needs to do, what I would recommend for Greg, is listen to your body. You know, come in, you know, study the technique, and then determine based on how your body feels whether you should spar, you know, one round or any rounds, you know, because sometimes you just come to class and you don't need to spar at all. And so you really have to listen to your body, because you can't sit there and try to compare yourself, you know, with the 20-year-olds in class, or the teenagers in class, or the 30-year-olds in class, or even the 40-year-olds in class. Because in your 50s, or as we roll around into our 60s, you're just not going to be able to do the same things at the same level that, you know, some of your peers. So don't get caught up in trying to compare yourself. And, you know, just enjoy the experience. You know, we realize that, you know, whether me at 54 or Greg at 58, you know, we're not, you know, winning world championships. Gordon Ryan don't have to stay up at night worrying about me and Greg entering the Abu Dhabi Combat Classic to take his world title away. It's like, no, he's the best, and he'll be keeping that title. But, you know, we can be as good as we can be. And so that's what I strive for, and that's what I would recommend to Greg, is be as good as you can be, and just realize that, you know, father time does deteriorate us, but, you know, work within those limitations. Listen to your body. I mean, you know, I've been out, haven't been able to train the way I would normally train, sparring a lot, just because I've been having some dental surgery. And then I was showing a technique in here the other day, and I was just showing an attack from the mount, and somehow I hurt my back. And I'm like, I wasn't even sparring, you know. I was just 54. It just hurt my back. Don't know what happened. It's the weirdest thing, because, you know, it's like, in your 20s, it takes something serious to hurt your back. You know, in your 50s, I sneeze really good, I hurt my back. It's like, yeah, it is what it is. So for Greg and any older grapplers, just listen to your body. That's my best advice. for this week's question of the week. So thanks for the question. And if you got a question for next week, put it down below. Or, if you have any comments or any advice on older grapplers and things that we should do or can do, be interested to see your comments below. All right. Thanks. And talk to y'all soon. Ciao.